All right, guys. So what I ended up just doing is I made a dual throttle cable for free, pretty much, dirt cheap. You might have to order some of these parts. I'm gonna go through everything how I made it to where dual throttle cables. You pull this, pulls the throttle. So first thing you need is an extra throttle assembly with everything in it to this piece. And what you need is, the first thing you do before you cut anything is you need to take this piece and you need to take an extra one of these. You need two of them. So you need one for here and one for here. So you take one of these, you drill it out to where it'll slide over here perfect, and then you align it how you want it. You take it off, you go to your welder, and then you weld around there. And then after you got it welded, it's not going to move, it's not going to break, it's strong. And then in order for this to all fit, because you just added an extra piece to it, so it's going to want to go down, and then you're not going to get a screw on. So you ended up taking one of these, the throttle assembly, the box that it all sits in, and you got to chop it, like right there. You chop so it'll all sit correctly how you want it. And then that's how you got this all lined up. You get it all done right here. And then you're gonna need a brake lever. I got this off a pit bike that I'm not using, and you end up drilling it out if you have to fit this piece. You gotta have an extra throttle cable too, and then you drill it out. You get this piece to fit in here good, and then you cut the throttle cable. So when you cut the throttle cable, where you want the throttle, you want to cut way up here, and then you pull the cable through, and then you cut it again. So I got mine sitting right here. It's perfect how I like it. And then I ended up getting a bolt and a nut, and I ended up crimping this piece right here together. Right here, crimped it together. And then I took this bolt and I put it in the vise over there, and I drilled a hole straight through it. Right there, drilled a hole through it, and I got it clamped down. You can buy them at the store if you want, but dirt cheap, simple, easy, dual throttles. That's pretty much how to do it, and it took me probably an hour and a half to do the whole thing. Really simple. Definitely would recommend it, because now when I'm in the mud, I can lean to this side, hold it wide open, and it's only gonna be half, like about half throttle, because it goes right there, and then you give it the rest of the throttle, so it's gonna be sitting right here. So you give it a little bit more, which you're not really gonna want to go max, so that's already good throttle, so you can hold on to it, lean over, get the gas, all that. And I just decided to do this because right now I have my motor fully disassembled and my front end's off and all that, because I'm getting a 4-inch lift made, swing arm stretch, 32s, 88% gear reduction, and got it all apart because the full motor's getting rebuilt. 317, 250 big red timing chain, cam gear, 450 Foreman clutches, new crank bearings. I forgot what the clutch brand was, but I'm getting I don't know what it's called, but I'm getting a good clutch recommended from people. But yeah, that's how I'm doing that. And I just figured to do this because I am waiting on parts to come, and now I have dual throttles. So that's going to be awesome for whenever I do get it ready to go in the mud holes. It's going to be way easier to lean to this side of the bike, and you don't got to have one hand here and one hand here. You get a lot more leaning room, because when you're riding a mud bike, you want to lean all the way to this side or all the way to that side, so you can get the bike really into the ruts and all that, get it traction. But that's really a how-to, dual throttle cables for dirt cheap.